Jimmy Harper's in there. It looks like it could be McManus.
Well, this was really the opportunity that one of the sides was waiting for. It caused a lot of confusion in the Kings' defence. The ball given away in the middle of the park box.
Imagine if the best soccer players in England came to Australia to take on the pick from northern New South Wales. Well, in 1967 that happened when soccer giants Manchester United toured Australia and took on the local federation in Newcastle. That event was remembered last night to mark the beginning of the Northern New South Wales Soccer Federation's 120th birthday.
For the last 120 years, soccer has been one of Northern New South Wales' most popular sports, and a year-long celebration began last night with a dinner paying tribute to one special team. It was in 1967 that the region's representatives got to go head-to-head with a soccer giant. Manchester United are a great team now, but in that era boasted some of the best to ever play the game. World Cup winning player Bobby Charlton.
Bobby Charlton voted the Player of the Year in England. Long one to Best, over on the right wing.
And the legendary but tragic George Best.
Best very elusive.
Thousands packed the Newcastle sports ground to watch the locals go down 3-0 in an often bruising encounter. Northern New South Wales had its opportunities, but failed when it mattered most. The fans were given a show that probably hasn't been seen in the region since. And fittingly, one of the first real superstars of the game scored the final goal.
But here's trouble. Here's trouble. And it's a goal like this. They just toyed with the ball then. They just playing around until they could just be absolutely certain. I think any one of three could have shot for goal there, but...
With most of the local team reunited on the stage last night, the historic encounter was remembered. And for the members, a memento, a copy of the once-thought lost second half of the match that brought English Premier League greats to Northern New South Wales. Cullen Robinson, NBN News. For soccer, Newcastle United had promised some big-name player signings in the off-season, and today it certainly got off to a good start. Northern Spirits Matthew Bingley and Parramatta Power's Joel Griffiths have joined the club for the next 2 years.
29-year-old Matthew Bingley has almost 250 NSL and 20 Socceroo appearances under his belt. But after 3 years with the Northern Spirits, he's decided to head further north.
I was looking for a change, and obviously the weather and everything else up here, the crowds as well, was a big factor for me to come.
22-year-old Joel Griffiths, meanwhile, has spent his NSL career at Sydney United and Parramatta, but thought it was time to leave the comforts of home.
Because I felt last year that I got nursed a bit at home and I got to get out and just into a new world.
Griffiths is a striker and a handy one at that, while Bingley is something of an enigma, as a player who can fill practically any role on the park, his record even boasting a game as goalkeeper.
The only kid that's got a clean sheet in the league.
Ian Cook, though, would prefer to see him as an attacking midfielder.
Well, United have scored only one goal in the last 3 outings at home. That was Kenny Bowden's header against Apia. 2 all draws, one against West Adelaide, one against Adelaide City. Tansi did well. Hayes put pressure on Sikowski. Shot! It's a goal! A goal to Joey Sikowski. Look at the crowd react. 8 minutes into the first half. And there's the goal scorer in picture, Joe Sikowski. This is how it happened. Some indecision in the penalty area. It's a good ball through for
was chested down by Sinkowski. He just waltzed through the defence inside that penalty area and stuck that left foot shot away. That gave Fraser no chance. And that puts United back in the lead by 2-1. Played on for Buckley. Mountford's in the middle. Buckley. Sinkowski. Yes! Joey Sinkowski scores his first goal in 1981, and it comes 6.5 minutes into the second half, and it was Ian Buckley that set it up. He came down the left-hand side, knocked it square, and look at the ease that Joe Sinkowski finished it off by neatly tucking it away inside that far post. 2-0 the scoreline in favour of the KB Raiders. Another good ball, met by Sinkowski. Hayes. Hayes left foot shot. Sinkowski, yes! Joe Sinkowski scores number 3 for United. And look at the fans. 3-1 the scoreline. And it all came. Graham Hayes slowed down the tempo on the right. Finally came back. His left foot cross was met in the penalty area. It was headed clear. And finally right into the path of Joe Sinkowski. And Sinkowski finished it off brilliantly. So United go further ahead, 3-1. And the goal came in the 24th minute, or 25th minute of the second half. McGregor. Manakas. Manakas showed his disgust that he didn't put that one past Phil Dando. Discussed in a similar manner as Manakas did at the other end of the field. Sinkowski, Jones, Sinkowski, yes! Joe Sinkowski scores his second in the space of a minute, and look how it happened. Sinkowski played it to Jones. Jones back for Sinkowski. And despite a West Adelaide defender on the line, he squeezes a shot home. 4-1 the scoreline.
Blocked by Marisic, but it's Robertson's ball. Looking for Jones. McGackey's there. Jones again, a good run by Sinkowski. Mackay's with him. Sinkowski will hit this, and he beats Crook. What a goal!
In the 31st minute, with a goal from Joey Sinkowski. Goalie Tony Pisano had no chance of stopping the shot.
Then Newcastle hit back in the 32nd minute when Joe Sinkowski picked up a loose ball from about 30 metres out and let fly with a magnificent right foot half volley that left Preston keeper Wilson just standing on the goal line.
Australia's squad playing club football in Europe, London was chosen as the venue for their home friendly against Jamaica. Jamaica's reggae boys are out of World Cup contention. But they were keen to put on a show for their fans based in England. Both teams were welcomed by a crowd of 7,000 at Fulham's Craven Cottage Stadium. Marco Bresciano was a goal scorer last time these two nations met in 2003. His sixth international goal put Australia 1-up. Richie Thompson once scored 13 goals in a game for the Socceroos. He made it 2-0 in the 29th minute. Positive going forward, Jamaica had the chances to pull a goal back. But too often Wendell Downswell's team panicked in front of goal. Australia forward Mark Viduka was celebrating his 30th birthday. He was unlucky just before half-time. Into the second half, and Hiddings Australia continued to search for goals. Birthday boy Viduka taking advantage of some questionable defending to score Australia's third. Jamaica had managed just one win from their previous 4 internationals. John Aloisi with Australia's 4th goal just before the hour. Jamaica pushed forward as they tried to restore some pride. A second half substitute, Joel Griffiths, was making his first appearance for Australia. And he made it a debut to remember by adding another goal 6 minutes from time. So 5-0 it finished. Perfect preparation for Gus Hiddings' team ahead of their crucial World Cup playoff next month.